Welcome back to round 2 coverage of the 2022 TRO Three Rivers Open here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, presented by the Fort Disc Golf Club and BF Goodrich and Michiana Pro Shop. We're so excited to have you guys out here. This is going to be another good round of action. Last round was pretty awesome. Saw a lot of good shots, and we're going to see plenty more today. Your feature card, or your lead card here is going to be Brad Schick, Tyler Horne, both, champions of the game, both have tons of wins, been playing for a long time. Trevon Crowe, up-and-comer, newer touring pro from Indiana, and Woody Haas. We just saw one of the Haas brothers on the lead card last round, so swapping them out and getting another one in here, and they, the Haas family, they can all play. So this is Kevin Fodrey on your commentary. Here joining with me is Aidian Hosler. And let's get right into it. Here you go.
First off, we have hole 1, par 3, 330 feet. More often than not, you're going to have a headwind on this hole. You're going to have to stable up a little bit and just crash into that hill. Hopefully it sticks. Give yourself a good putt.
Yeah, Brad and Tyler are coming into this event after just playing U.S. Masters, the Tim Salinkis tournament, and Brad and Tyler, I think they got first and second. So they just came off of a really heated battle. Brad obviously coming out on top with the two-time champion. So this is gonna be some very high quality disc golf. There's that headwind you were talking about, Aiden. It's always going to hold you out a little bit more than you think. And that putt's probably 38 feet, and you're just not running it.
Definitely don't want to start your round with a rough roll away, or even just
missing the basket. You're going to go to circle 2 on this most of the time. So
it's like maybe a Raptor here for Tyler.
Oh man. Look at that. That wind. That wind is definitely, it's pulling everything to the right. So.
All right, and then tied for second place from Peru, Indiana, sponsored by MVP Trevon Crowe. Third place.
And Trevon just started playing for MVP this year. I've had the pleasure of playing with him a couple of times this year. He's just a really talented player, really good guy. I'm excited to see some really good shots from him today. I'm sure that this course sets up really well for the way he likes to play his game.
Trevon gets this one a little wider, and it just holds out there a little bit. But
yeah.
He might have like a 28, 30 footer there.
Yeah, even that, at the base of that hill, you're probably only like 25 feet, but it's just a scary putt, especially because you can tell they had a headwind, so he's going to have a little right to left wind going uphill on the first putt of the day. That's a scary putt.
Woody going Sexton Firebird here.
Yeah, and that's going to be pretty short. That'll be probably 40, 45 feet. So no easy putts here. Tyler looking like he's thinking about running it, which, hey, you got to make a decision on your round early on, and that is a very good result from a miss. Usually when you miss on this, it rolls or just keeps going. You see people take big numbers on this hole. Oh, that looked like that hit the camera? If it did, that was very fortunate. It looked like it did, and usually those sail.
It's a very common result here.
Honestly, and skipping off the top, still staying pretty close. Those are all really, really good results.
Trevon has a chance to take one on the card right off the bat.
Yeah. And a great putt from Trevon. That'll punch him up into solo third, taking a stroke on the whole card. It's pretty common. I feel like more often than not, I feel like you see 1 or 2 people pick up a stroke on the rest of the card on this hole, just because, if you're not close, you're just going to lay it up and take a par. So everyone on the card that missed, pretty fortunate to stay close, because normally, any 3 of those could have rolled pretty far away. I'm curious to know if that one hit the cameraman, because it sure looked like it did, and if it did, that probably saved him 20 plus feet of comeback.
Hole 2, par 4, 630 feet. You have OB in the baseball field here. The fences have a lined OB in between them, and you'll see where that yellow pole is sticking out of the ground. That's where the basket's going to be at. Got a slope on the right side of the green. You want to come in soft so that you stick, so that you don't get a little skip action or roll into the woods there.
Yeah, the backside of that green's fast.
Those putts are very tricky back there.
Yeah, you can throw what you think is a really good shot on your second shot here. Think you're by the basket and it stood up and rolled, or it just got a little too fast on the ground and went into those woods, and then you're just, I mean, it's a very tough putt.
Trevon turned it over.
Yeah, safe shot though. Still just fine. He's gonna have a nice 300 feet into the pin.
Like this play.
Brad with a forehand again, similar situation, about 300 feet to the pin.
Doesn't seem like the wind is moving too much here. This tee shot does get tricky if it is.
Yeah, and you can't really feel the wind when you're back on this tee pad just because you're kind of tucked away. So that little ground marker is 200 feet to the basket. So you're going to see Tyler's probably only 240 out. So a pretty good shot on a par 4 here. But he threw out a pretty hard forehand, but yeah, again, that's going to just come up around 300 feet to the pin or so. Oh, and this one's got to get some legs. Oh my gosh, and it does. And you can kind of see the slant there. It doesn't look that slanted on camera, but it definitely does slant back down towards those woods. This is a very scary shot because you really only have the option of the forehand Hyzer, and there, that's exactly what it does. The forehand Hyzer over OB the whole way. So if you go out, I mean, you don't come back in, you're coming back far. And then the backhand seems safer, but you're hyzering towards OB, and if you're not, you're throwing straight, you've got the risk of going into those bushes right there on the right, and those are maybe worse than OB because you can take more than one stroke getting out of that. It's so thick. And so I've actually seen somebody throw 3 shots from inside of that. Yeah, it's Aidian. So it's a tough decision to make here. This hole seems pretty straightforward, 630 foot par 4, but with the OB and then this scary bush here that Tyler's going straight over.
Wow. Great
shot. And that's the play. If you can get up far enough to throw a Hyzer over it, that's the best play all day.
You can see how tricky this backside of the green is over here.
Yeah, and he's really just barely in. I mean, you get back 5 or 6 more feet in there, you're just pitching out.
Oh, okay.
What a sick putt. Oh, man. And you know what? Actually, shout out to Austin Bates. I watched him hit a very similar putt on this day from that same spot. Again, we thought the disc was under the basket, rolled into the woods. Tricky putt. But capitalizing on those moments is, what's going to get you on the lead card here. And these guys have all done that so far. Trevon's putter looking good. Knocking both the first 2 down. Going 2 through 2 here. It's not like you're feeling super hot, but it's definitely feeling good. You got away with, a kind of 2 tougher holes. Not must birdies, but they have their own challenges.
And everybody on the card takes a birdie on hole 2.
Yeah, rare. Not a lot of the time will you see a whole card birdie that. Hole 3, 355 foot par 3. Really tough tunnel shot with an OB left creek the whole way. Go right, you might as well be OB. You're just going to have no look at the basket. So, most players are going to look to have that flex forehand, or if you don't have a good forehand, it's going to just be a straight backhand to try to get down there for a 3 or maybe a long jump putt. But really the only way to birdie this in this pin is to have that forehand. The backhand's just so tough to birdie here.
Trevon asking for it to hook up a little bit. It looks like it did.
Yeah, that'll be okay. And that's a pretty good forehand, but he's still going to probably be at, 50, 60 feet?
Ish. Yeah.
It's got a great forehand, but that's going to be a little tight. I would imagine that's going to be in that early bush, which if you're early in that, you're probably not going to have much of a look either. So this hole is touchy. I mean, you've got to really hit the landing spot and the right line, or else you're just going to be taking a par. And I'm on the same boat as Tyler. I did not see where that went. So yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be looking for that one.
This is probably one of the worst parts of the course from a rough perspective.
Yeah, the rough is very rough here. And oh man, it got through.
nice.
Oh my gosh, wow.
There you go.
Got a little smirk. He knows to get away with a little something there, but that looked like it was gonna be parked almost. So I imagine Woody will have a good shot there. And Tyler was saying, hopefully, yeah. If you've never played this course, that rough is very rough. So that is an awesome shot. He got way down the fairway.
Okay, cool.
I mean, that's probably in circle 2. Yeah, circle 2. That's incredible. Incredibly good shot. Oh, that was Trevon. Oh, he went
Deep?
long. Yeah.
Very uncommon result.
Yeah, must have just flipped up and stayed straight on the whole way.
Be a heck of a par save. He does.
That is an incredible par save. I mean, oh my gosh. I can count on one finger how many times I've seen somebody save a par from there, and it was right there. Oh, we got veteraned. Yeah, just a little too much Hyzer on the left side, and she's gonna come right out.
Hole 3 played as our second hardest hole on the day.
And Schick with a birdie, that was where his disc was?
You must have got around that.
Oh my lord, that was parked. I could have swore that looked early, but man, that thing must have got through everything. Wow, okay.
And on to hole 4, par 4, 443 feet are coming around this corner here. You're gonna see the basket on top of this hill, not at the bottom of the hill. You're gonna just take a Hyzer, put it out in the middle, and then the approach is very tricky, sticking it up on this hill and giving yourself a look that isn't scary because the rollaway is.
Yeah, unless you get lucky, you're probably going to have a scary putt on this hole. Because most of the time, even a really good shot that hits the hill is going to slide down or off the back. So most of the time, this is a decision-making hole. It's a great hole, one of the staple holes at Tillman, I think. And it's earlier in the round. You're only on hole 4, but you know, you've got to make a decision of, hey, does my putter feel good enough to run this 30-foot death putt? And a lot of the times you see rounds decided on this hole. If you go back and look at the stats, I imagine probably 10-plus people took bogey or double bogey on this hole just in MPO.
Hole 4 played half a stroke under par on this day, so maybe not as hard as it usually may play. Yeah. Tyler gets way down the fairway. His second shot's going to be a little cut off there, but
yeah, but he's so close it won't matter. He should be able to get up and down there. Easy birdie.
Woody taking this Hyzer right.
Oh yeah,
4
good
great
shot.
tee shots
yeah,
here.
All great shots. You know, you could see a birdie from every single one of these guys here, but yeah, hole 4 with 20 birdies today. So that's pretty crazy. Just shows you the level of competition that was out this weekend. So many people birdieing such a difficult hole, really. Wow. Yeah, sticking right on the hill. Again, those are so. This hill, it's hard to tell on coverage, but it's covered in rocks and trees. So a lot of the times, if you throw up there and you land, even if you land flat, that happens, or it'll hit a rock and it'll roll down. And then you've got decision time. So
I think Brad's far enough away there that he's just going to lay up, take his par. And par is so
it's
just
fine
on
just
this
fine.
hole.
And
that's
then,
another
that looked like it snuck through those trees on the right side. That, you know, a couple of good shots sticking on the hill. So you can see this shot. He is pinched off, but he's close enough that he's going to just throw this putter and try to control it into the hill.
didn't quite get to flat.
Yeah, but I mean, it looked like on the hill, so still a putt. Brad, he's played here enough times. He's not messing with the hill. He's just like, let me get off this hole with my par.
Looked like he bounced down the hill.
Oh, yeah, he did. He rolled down, so. Scary putt here. And he bangs it. Man, that is 2 really good putts for Tyler Horne just in the last 2 holes.
Mind if I tap one?
Yeah, you're all good.
So Tyler's going to pick up another stroke, get right back to tied with Brad. I imagine we're going to see birdies here from Woody and Trevon.
3 out of 4 birdies on the card is very impressive.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I can't imagine there were many star frames at all, let alone just 3s.
And Trevon is looking really good to this point. This is probably ideal start.
Yeah. I mean, hole 3 is a tough get, so 3 down through 4 is great. That's going to move us into hole 5. It's a par 4, tight tunnel shot off the tee shot, right to another tunnel shot. You're really going to be throwing forehand, or if you don't have the forehand, a little backhand straight and then a little backhand turnover. Tough hole. It's really a birdie bogey hole. I feel like if you hit the gap and you get up there, you're going to birdie it, and if you don't, you're going to take a bogey. So it's really one of those par 4s where it's really all about the tee shot. Can you get through clean? And that's going to be just fine. Yeah, right in the middle. He'll have another Hyzer forehand right at the basket.
You can see this initial gap here about 100, 120 feet off the fairway maybe.
Yeah, it's only about, 6 feet, 7 feet wide?
Yeah.
So it's tight.
Tyler making it look massive.
Oh, good tree. That was a good tree because that had a lot of steam on it, and that was going to go deep in those woods, and you would just be pitching out from in there. So he's going to be happy with that.
Taking the wide route, maybe.
Yeah, that's great. Just leaked a little bit. He'll have to stretch out, but should still be able to make something work from in there.
Being able to see the basket on your second shot is very helpful on this hole.
Yeah, it's a premium for sure, but you can't push too long into that. Yeah, and still, you see Brad, he's mad, but it's still going to be just fine. He's right in the middle. He's got a pretty open lane. You just don't want to be up against one of these trees or deep in the woods or on either side.
And you can see this bush straight away from Trevon here.
Yeah, that's the birdie blocker.
Yep.
And look at this. We're gonna right under it. Nice, good shot. Yeah, so many upshots on this. You throw a great drive, you get up here, you throw what you think is just an easy stock Hyzer, and you hit right into that tree, and it drops you at 45, 50 feet, and you've got to make a testy putt.
Looks like Brad's gonna try and go over it.
And it got through quite a bit, but still 25 feet probably. So it's going to be a little bit of a little tester here for Brad to start getting that putting going, and he hasn't had to putt too much yet, just parking everything. So
it's great to have Tyler on the card to show you what a backhand dominant player would probably do here at Tillman.
Yeah.
Seeing somebody go backhand on this hole is pretty rare.
Yeah, it's hard to do. I know last year we saw Justin Bonnell just terrorize this course with a backhand, but there's definitely quite a few holes that are forehand friendly, I'll say at the very least. You see Woody hitting that tree we were talking about. I mean, Brad says it's rude. It is rude. You can throw what you think is a great shot and then get just shut down by that bush.
35-footer for Tyler.
And Tyler's putter it showed up today. He's not lacking in the putting department at all. That's 3 great putts. That was probably right around 35 feet.
I don't know why I keep running.
Conserve your energy, Tyler.
Yeah, Woody. That was
Great
running.
putt from Woody.
Well, like,
Man, the putters are on this card. It is no wonder these guys are on lead card in the situation they're in because their putters all look great.
Yeah, Brad. Good putt, guys.
And there we go. Expect nothing less from Brad.
And then Trevon's going to have
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there he is. He's parked. Yeah. So 4 down through 5 for Trevon. What a start. That is just going to, I feel like the scoring on this course really happens on the back 9. And so to be 4 down through 5 on the front, that's going to be setting you up for a hot round. Yeah. So
Hole 6, par 4, 436 feet. If you're a local, this is going to be the blue pad. It's not played a whole lot, but the pros are going to be playing it this weekend. You're going to have to hit a tunnel the whole way, and you can see the basket down here right in front of this little teepee that we have down there. There's going to be OB on the left. There is like sort of a cliff down there that you can challenge if you throw a backhand and it might Hyzer, but it's pretty hard to get that.
The OB
left.
is close. It comes into play more on the second shot from this pad.
I love this shot from Trevon.
Oh, what a kick.
That's great.
Great kick. Yeah, if you go in that to the right, I mean, you're throwing from a knee, really obstructed. It's just hard to manufacture something from in there.
Oh, God. What are you doing? That was
Oh,
where'd it go?
It's still good.
Way up there.
Oh, my God.
oh wow. I mean, honestly, the fact that it just kept going is very lucky because a lot of times when it hits those early stuff, it stops right there and you got nothing and you're far from the basket.
Wait.
Woody's
Wait,
ripping on
Yes, sir.
Rive
Holy
here.
crap.
And that got through all of it. Oh my
Through
gosh.
the goalpost.
All the way into the middle. He's going to have a long circle 2 putt for eagle. Very hard to do from the blue pad.
I think they said that it went through this little V tree up there.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Brad going low.
That's going to need to skip.
Good shot.
Oh,
Yep.
great.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's funny, me and Woody were saying that.
And now you can choose any 3 ways you want to go. Straight putter, forehand hyzer, or backhand hyzer. That's a perfect spot from Brad. So Tyler's over here, and
This is the rough of Tillman right here.
yeah. Doesn't look like he goes very far, so. Oh, okay, I see where he's at now. He was over on that right side, so it did stop eventually, just.
Now we commonly see eagles from the short tee, the red tee on this hole. No eagles on this day from the blue tee. It would be a very impressive eagle at that if you did.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a true par 4 from the blue. I think from the red, it's just a tough par 3. I can't even tell you how many eagles there were on it last year when we played from the red, but it's not a give me, but it's pretty easy. If you don't birdie it at least from the red, you're going to be pretty upset with yourself. But from the blue, it becomes more of a tougher tee shot to a landing zone versus just going for the basket. So the shot from Woody we saw, he got lucky through the left side, but man, if you hit those trees, it's
rough over there.
yeah, it becomes a tough par. Yeah. Give it a good run. You can see he's probably around 60 to 70 feet.
Brad's gonna have a tester for birdie back
Yeah.
here.
Little TP putt.
Oof. It looks like that tree was just a little too in the way for his comfort right in front of him.
Yeah, I couldn't really comfortably hyzer putt. He had to throw a little bit of an hyzer. And
Pretty sure this putt's for par for Tyler. It'd be a good little scramble
yeah,
par
it
here.
is.
No
There we go. Yep. Yeah, Tyler's putter is feeling good. Doesn't seem like he's gonna miss many of those today. So. Brad's gonna want that one back as he's gonna lose another one here to Trevon, who is now tied for the lead. He was 2 strokes back coming into the round, and in just 6 holes he's already brought it back. So on guys like Schick and Horne, I mean that's hard to do. So and Woody right there, I mean only 1. So
Got next hole 7, par 3, 262 feet up this gap and to the right on this hill. This hill is very steep, and there is a drop off back and to the right where you see those 2 big logs back there. You're gonna see backhand turnovers and forehands as well up this gap here. Got 2 pretty big trees initially, very quickly off the tee that you gotta avoid here.
you heard Trevon talking about soft bottom. He's talking about Brad Schick's bag, sponsored by same bag sponsor I use, Squatch Disc Golf. Awesome bags.
Trevon's gonna be at the base of the hill there, probably edge of circle maybe.
Yeah, it's a forehand hole, but it's tough because if you're a little early on your forehand, you can hit this tree right in front of the tee pad and just go nowhere or into the river. So, yeah, it's a weird hole. I consider myself to be a pretty good forehand player, and I still throw a backhand here, just because I don't like to have that early potential in the equation at all. It's gonna look like a great and a bad kick. Oh, that's rough.
Shouldn't be too bad over there. Should be able to get up and down for the par, but
Tyler not having the best round off the tee, and with luck even, and but his putter's so good, he's still in it. I mean, man, if he was feeling it off the tee pad right now, I can't imagine anybody be even close to him. Let's give it a little something here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought, honestly, with how many he's made, I thought that was going in.
you'll have an easy tap-in par there.
Yeah, which is really not that bad on this hole.
Towards the edge of circle 2.
Oof,
Asked
that's
it to
that.
sit.
Yep, that's good. You get those rolls back down to 30, 35 feet very quickly.
See what Trevon's all about here this round. Oof, sit.
Also sat. We're getting some friendly hill action today. I feel like hole 1, hole 4, and now this hole. The hills are being very friendly to everybody.
And Brad's gonna take the solo bird, and it's the solo lead as well.
Yeah.
Clean up. Trevon's gonna want that one back.
Yeah, he's still 5 down through 7, so he's probably not too upset. But after that good drive, you're probably gonna want it back.
Three pars and a birdie on hole 7, moving to hole 8, par 4, 393 feet. You're gonna want to either throw just like a putter straight shot to that corner and then another putter shot to the basket, or you can go for it with a big hyzer, a little flip up play. And this basket's very reachable. The 2 is very possible.
Yeah, it's short for a par 4, but don't take it for granted. This hole has got teeth.
And Brad takes that new-ish Hyzer route.
This year's the first time it's been there. There were some trees that fell and some branches that fell down and opened up more of a soft Hyzer line. You used to have to throw straight through that middle. So Brad's going to take advantage of that new safer play. Oh man!
And that's going to be jail.
You can tell. I mean, look at that bush. I mean, that's thick.
That's a common error on this tee shot. It's really easy to not commit as much as you'd like and get to that left side. And that left side's rough. And Woody just put a move on this one.
And hits the tree. Yeah, I mean, this hole is it's very easy if you make that first gap and you're in the fairway. I mean, you're gonna birdie it, but it's you hit off the fairway. It's just, can I get my par?
Great.
Oh yeah, and that's a good tree kick. That's good. It kept him out near the fairway. He'll be able to either reach out for that backhand, or maybe we'll see an elusive forehand from Tyler Horne.
Trevon in the rough over here with a forehand. Oh wow.
Oh, get through. Oh, landing in that bush. So he's probably about 80 feet out now, in that bush. So that's gonna be a really tough putt, but I mean, guaranteed par, and good scramble from there.
Schick with a little flick.
Yeah, he's just gonna show you how easy it is when you. Yeah. There's a hill behind there, so he was getting a little nervous with the speed it came in.
Woody with a jump putt approach, and that's as easy as it gets.
Yep, And that's a good shot from Tyler.
Yeah, I need to throw turbo or like.
See where Trevon is. It's a pretty common spot to be at if you leave the upshot short or if even tee shots get to this spot.
Oh, yeah. Final round, I actually watched Elijah Bickle bang one from in there. It was one of the better putts I've ever seen.
When you jumped out of the way, I thought it was 50 long, man. I'm like, come on.
Cameraman jumping out of the way for Brad there. Maybe some PTSD after hole one. Not sure.
Got 3 pretty simple birdies and a Trevon par. Which
Good par. Yeah, he was really early, so he's gonna take it. But yeah, we're jumping into hole 9. One of the hardest holes in the state, in my opinion. Par 4, 575 feet. It's gonna be a stock Hyzer off the tee, but tricky because there's trees along and woods on left and right, and you really got to land in the perfect spot to even have a shot at going for the basket. OB Creek in the middle, super thick rough the whole way on both sides. I mean, you have to throw a very textbook but clean shot off the tee, and then just, I mean, I would almost call it a hero shot to get a birdie here.
This did play as the hardest hole on the day at a 4.57 average. There was 5 birdies, which is
wow, that
impressive.
is incredible.
I won't say who yet, but Woody looks a little sawed off on the inside here. It's on the edge.
Or he's zooming in.
You gotta be in a pretty picture-perfect spot after your tee shot in order to be able to go for this basket.
And even honestly, taking a par is fine.
Oh, I would take that every time.
Yeah, if you told me I'd get a par on this every time I played it, I would just take the par.
Yeah,
That's great.
Oh, really? I thought.
It's like Trevon's got a slower disc in his hand.
That looks like an entropy.
That looks great. That's perfect. You can see how that tunnel down the fairway
Yeah, it
looks
gets tight.
there. Yeah, it's very tight. It's very hard to get a disc to go straight for that long without hitting all these contesting trees. And Brad is putting a move on this one.
I mean, that's...
Oh, wow.
And the kick. I mean, even without the kick, I just want you to know that shot is incredible. I mean, it's amazing.
He's parked for birdie.
Yeah, I mean, parking this hole for birdie from slightly out of position is just, I mean, that took every bit of 1,000 rated forehand right there.
Forehand from Woody.
It's still going to be fine, but
fine.
that's much more textbook of what you see from that left side. This buzz, Tyler's been leaning on this thing a lot today.
Come on, baby.
And that is also great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and another, man, that right side's friendly. Kicking everybody over towards the basket.
I'm telling you right now, this hole is not this easy.
Yeah. Come to Fort Wayne, play Tillman Park. If it's in the long pin, have some fun with your bogey. These guys are making this hole look way easier than it is. Trevon's gonna get a bad kick there, but still gonna be in a mandrel spot. He got over the creek, so.
Yeah, over the creek is just fine after 2. It's gonna be a tough shot for Trevon. Look at that.
Yeah, that's great.
It's gonna be a great par save.
Yeah,
from that spot.
And Woody's
right there.
wide open, so I mean we're gonna probably be looking at 2 pars and 2 birdies,
Which is great.
which is just, I mean, that's incredible. Yeah. That's probably one of the best or the best card on the weekend on the whole. I don't even know why I'm thinking about it. And Tyler's not missing any of those, so.
Tyler, along with Brad, and then congratulations to 3 other birdies on this day: Austin Bates, Eddie Ward, and Jared Stoll as well. Those are great birdies.
Yeah, 5 birdies in one day is, I mean, that's
taking strokes on folks there for sure.
Yeah, this field was very talented this year. Just watching everybody play all weekend. I mean, guys were just playing clean golf.
You got 3 guys at 5 down and Brad at 6 down through 9 holes, and that's a great start.
Insane. Hole 10's a pretty long par 4. It's just going to be a stock Hyzer, or if you're going to go big, you could go backhand turnover. And then you're just going to be left with another Hyzer, hopefully into the green. There is an OB line to the right now, so typically they don't play that. So you've got OB left and right. Still a pretty wide landing zone, so you can still get pretty aggressive, but you do have to think about it.
Brad's going to take a forehand up this left side, which is just a very simple play, and he's eating a lot of distance here, and you can see what kind of look he's got at the basket.
Yeah, that's gonna be just fine. He'll have his choice of what he wants to throw towards the basket. He can go backhand spike Hyzer, forehand low skip, whatever he wants to do.
Looks like Tyler's got a Zeus in his hand here. Gonna go over these this row of trees.
Yep, and that's the preferred shot right there. If you can get way down here and then.
Oh wow.
Yep, that's great. Gonna be a very easy upshot into the green and a tap in birdie there from Tyler, I'd imagine. Oh man, he's gonna be early and in the trees, and it's tricky from in there. You've got no way to really generate any power. You got to stay low. I mean, you're just going to be getting a par, hopefully, and on
this hole's a very frustrating hole to not have a birdie look on.
Yes.
You kind of pencil this one in.
You might not get the birdie, but you definitely want to have a putt for it on this hole. And, man, Trevon staying a little low on that as well and joining Woody in the trees. Those are going to be some tough shots from in there. So, oh, well, he's got a little bit of room. I mean, it's far. He's going to have to throw well over 400 feet, but...
Plays downhill. We'll see where
yeah.
this ends up. This
I didn't see where it went, but
this is more of a normal.
You got to stay low and not a lot of run up room and.
Here's Brad after his first.
He's got a little bit to contend with, but he'll be fine with this.
Looks like he's going to take a Hyzer over the next set of trees and mulch here.
Probably his force. He throws a force, a nuke, raptor, and that's pretty much all he throws. Mostly just the force. Yeah.
A little short, but wow, this is...
Yeah, that's a great drive. A little tricky, honestly. Sometimes when you get up really close, it's almost harder. Oh, man. Nice catch cam footage on that. We almost saw him ring it up for a 2. That would be incredible.
Trevon's got this left to get himself into a spot to save par here.
That'll be nice. His little throw Joe's died entropy. Leave that short. Maybe distracted by the old biker ladies?
A really awkward stance there, too. Save it.
And just low. Yeah, very unfortunate for Woody.
Whoa.
There we go. That looked more like Brad Schick.
Short-term memory, cleans up the par.
Yeah, he's gonna be upset that he didn't get that one, but still he's still fine.
Tyler is gonna take a rare stroke on the card on this hole.
Yeah, I mean, seeing one. I mean, it's not the easiest hole in the world, and I know we had a little bit of wind this day, but one birdie out of 4, especially on the lead card, is just not common on this hole. So Tyler's going to be pretty happy to get the birdie there. That's going to conclude our front 10 coverage. Join us for the back 9. We've got quite a few more holes left to play and some good golf to be had. You can see the leaderboard there. Brad Schick still out on top, tied with Tyler Horne. Trevon and Woody right there. And Eddie Ward popping a 9 down through the front 9. Oh, my Lord. So he... a 5 down through the front 9. So he's going to be right in there. He's in the chase too. So could see him on some future coverage here. But thanks for joining us. Tune back in for the back 9. And as always, thanks to Sky Hyzer for the awesome coverage and to all of our presenting sponsors. This is the 2022 Three Rivers Open.